All right, what's up and what's going on, everybody? This is Big Al. Welcome to the channel. And today I ran across something under the Fishbite products. It's probably been out for a while, but I know me because I go off what I see and what I feel. I don't see the commercials, and I don't even think Fishbites even have any commercials, period. But anyway, it looked like, and I don't know how old this is. If you see this video, then you can put it in the comment and say, no, he's been out for a while, man. It's just something that I try myself if you use them, right? Now, this is a lure that is made by Fishbite. And I'm not getting anything for this. This is just something that I'm just throwing out there because I ran across them. And this right here is called Fishbites Fight Club 4-inch Butt Kicker Smackdown. It says flavor scented lures. There's nothing on the packing to say what it is as far as what the flavor is. I got two of them. I got these pink ones, right? And then I also got the chartreuse. Chartreuse is a go-to color for me when it comes to anything. Fishing with lures, if I'm using the fish bites, just the strips themselves, then I put like a chartreuse color with it. And, you know, if I'm using Easy Flea, that's the only one that's an orange and flesh. But all the rest of them is like a pink and chartreuse. So that's like the ones I use with the electric chicken. Now, this is different. They got two different models. This right here says Counter Punch. It's a 5-inch brawler jerk bait, so it's made for jerking. And then the other one says 4-inch butt kicker smackdown. So I'm thinking this is probably one that you'll probably just cast out with a nice hook to it and 1/4 ounce jig head or something like that, maybe an 1/8, and you'll probably just work it wherever the water conditions allow you to and just probably pop it and then see if anything attracts to it. So waiting on the weather to break, and this is what I will be using on my next good time for fishing. So I'm going to try these and see what happens and see if there's anything that it'll grab. I'm thinking because the way it's made, I'm hoping that it's tough. Right? Because fish bites in themselves, that's why I love them. Because fish bites, the strips, you can take those and you can take it, put it on a size circle 2, size 3 hook, depending on what size you want to use, and you can catch 3 to 4 fish, depending on what the size is, depending on how hard they hit it and what they do to it. But if it's just simple popping and things like that, you can almost use those fish bites over and over again. That is the reason why I love it. You don't have to change it out. You just cast it back out. The only time I change them out is when it comes to hard heads. It just seems like for some reason, if a hard head hits that fish bite and I decide to cast it back out, it just seems like nothing to come by and grab it again. For the most part, I just know when I do catch a hard head on them, and if they didn't really damage it or whatever, I'll pop it back in the water a few times or whatever I got to do. Or I'll take another small piece and I'll add it because I don't know if a catfish kills the scent or what happens. But sometimes when I cast it back out, it just seems like nothing grabs it, at least for a minute anyway. So that is just what I feel about it. But these, they are what they are. This is a jerk bait right here. I think this is the jerk bait. No, the jerk bait is the green one. This is jerk bait. This right here is the one I just pop off the head. And this reminds me, when I look at it, it looks like, it almost reminds me of a lure that I use, which is the Tsunami. It's like a minnow, and basically I will tandem rig those, and I'll just, I'll pop them back and forth, and they're minnows. And the only thing I like about those, compared to these, you don't have to spend any money on any hooks. The Tsunamis already come with that. They got a hook that's already in them. And to me, they grab a lot of trout when I'm fishing with them at the jetties. So again, these are something I ran across this morning. I had seen them before, and then when I went back to think about it, when I saw them, they had them in a penny color. So I didn't want to know if I really wanted to trust that, because penny color to me, it seems like it always grabs a bunch of pinfish and some of everything that you don't want messing with it. I mean, it's good for flounder. If flounder are in the area and you can use it for flounder, the flounder are there, have at it. The flounder will hit the penny. But if it's not, then what's going to happen is some pinfish are going to hit it and they're going to destroy it. So that used to be what I had when I was using the penny colored flavor gulps. Those would get destroyed. But if I switched it over to a white and a chartreuse, then I didn't really have a lot of pinfish messing with it. For some reason, they stayed away from it. But when I used to put that penny out there, yeah, they would just grab it. So hopefully When I do another one, it's going to be me going out and actually casting in an area that I like to fish for them and see what these do. And if these work out, then, not bad, because you get 1, 2, 3, 4, you get 6. You get 6 of these. And when I use the tsunamis, you only get 4. And you can get hung up and you lose them a lot too, them tsunamis. Here you got the same thing, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They give you 6 of these again. And, they cost, I think I paid $5.49 for these packs. I got them out of HEB. And that is be what I'll try the next time. So with that said, I hope that on the next fishing venture, I probably have to wait till it actually warm up, because right now we got a cold front. It's going to be cold like this for the next 4 days, I believe. Checking the weather, it looked like it's going to be in the 40s for 4 days, and then it's supposed to warm up, but not that much, just slightly, and then I think it's coming back again. So, that's good for whatever it's worth, I guess, whatever the reason is, but it is coming, and we have to deal with it. So, yesterday, out there fishing, it just seemed like I got there at the right moment when the fish was still hanging around, I guess. I got one pompano, one whiting, a couple of hardheads, of course. And then I went back later on that afternoon, and between 1 and 3, and I think I stayed out there till about 4 o'clock, and my lines just set. And I just enjoyed the peace. I was just sitting out there at the beach, sitting down, and I'm just watching my rods, and I'm looking at them like, nothing's happening. It was no seaweed out there. Conditions were all right. It was murky. Water was murky, but I didn't have to worry about seaweed. So I just let it sit. And then I said, let me go ahead and Google this right quick. And I Googled cold fronts. And like I said, no matter how long I've been fishing, it's just some things you don't pay attention to while fish are on bite. So it basically was saying in the Google comments that the fish may move out to deeper water. And that's crazy that the day before the cold front, that seemed to be the case. Because when I'm talking about nothing hit, nothing. My fish bites, as clean as I threw them out, I pulled them back out the water just as clean. So nothing touched them out there in the surf. And I see some more people, and they were saying the same thing. You stop and you holler at people on your way down and ask them how it's going and things like that. And they said they've been fishing for an hour and nothing touched them. I didn't ask what they were fishing with, but they said they actually had their line sitting out there for an hour. And they were just enjoying the day. Just enjoying the day for the most part. But they had some good rods where it looked like they should be getting busy. And like they said, they just sat there for an hour and nothing was happening. So, cold fronts happen. And I always hear people say before the cold front, they slam fish, So I guess I just never paid attention to it. I just go fishing. And if the fish are there, they're there. And if they're not, then we move on and go somewhere else until we find them. I never really studied the science. But I am going to try these because fish bite, I'm telling you, if this works, and if I haven't opened it up yet to see just how tough it is, if it's got that same value as the strips, and if this can hold up, man, this is a game changer, especially if it grabs fish. So we'll find out. So that is going to be the next challenge. I'm going to go somewhere where I know trout should be at, and that's what I'm going to cast for to see if trout and red. So I'm going to cast in those areas to see if I can find a spot. So with that said, I'm out. Y'all be good. With that said, again, fish on, baby, and God bless. Take care. Peace.